Hello YouTube. I decided once monthly I'm going to do a video about the economy. Now, it's going to be a once monthly thing. Every 20th of the month I'm going to do this. How's the economy going? It's shit! You think it's going up? No. You got companies like Goldman Sachs making money. Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. They've made record amounts of profits. Why? Interest rates. They're making money off the money of other people. Continuing on. Who else is making money? Well, certainly not the producers in America. They're losing money. They're losing jobs. Why? Because people aren't buying things. Why? Because we're poor. Why are we poor? Because the mass majority of people who are employed right now are working small-time minimum wage paying jobs. You like shopping stocks? Stocking shelves. I mean, sweeping floors, flipping burgers, making tacos. Okay, wonderful. Those are about the only jobs you're going to get. When Obama created so many jobs, I can't remember how many jobs he said he was going to create. It was mostly those jobs. It wasn't these it was always these minimum wage paying jobs. It wasn't these middle class jobs that'll pay you well over $15 an hour so that you can survive. Not to mention that, the Federal Reserve and their printing policies have inflation going through the roof. Because of that, many people are going towards gold, silver, platinum, and other precious metals and precious objects. Why? Because the value never changes. Okay, let me give you an example here. Ounce of gold, 1950s, $35 an ounce. Now how much is it? It's about $1,500. If you're lucky. And it keeps going up. Now, is this to say that the gold is more valuable because more people are wanting to buy it? Well, yes, slightly. The mass majority of that extra money that you have to pay for gold isn't about the more people wanting it. It's about inflation causing the monetary value of it to change. Now, continuing on. Before the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, a $20 bill was worth about $430 of today's money. Think about that for a moment. It's inflation. It is evil, and it is destroying this nation. You look at Ben Bernanke, all the wonderful things he did before he became a chairman of the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve itself is a private entity. It shouldn't be there. It's a corporation. It's its own private shit. It is highly illegal. Yeah, some people are outside my yard. It's not right. A lot of our money problems stem from that. A lot of our money problems stem from other things. For example, politicians ruining our economy. Okay, Bill Clinton. In the past 20 years, he was the one who destroyed the most of our economy. Now, am I saying this just because I can? Am I saying this because I want to blame a liberal? A Democrat? No! Obama didn't help the economy at all. He didn't. I mean, granted, there's less homelessness, and people actually have jobs, but it's the minimum wage jobs. I mean, he could do a lot better. Is he? Probably not. Bush didn't help it with a military-industrial complex that he's put in, which has robbed the people of their money, which is, well, the taxpayers. Has robbed the taxpayers of their money, has robbed the genius of our scientists, and the ingenuity and manufacturing ability of the nation. That's how much taxpayers' dollars that we're spending towards a war we fucking lost the day Bush signed the Patriot Act Oh, they're fighting for our freedoms and rights. Oh, really? Tell me about the Patriot Act. It's a terrible idea. But that money that we spend on war could be used for other things. Example, fixing our infrastructure, which has gone to shit. We have the worst infrastructure of all the first world nations. Continuing on. Record people going on unemployment, me being one of them. Record people trying to live off benefits. Record people like soldiers coming back, wanting their money for college but not getting that shit because the economy's tanked as it is. Yeah. It gets worse. Obama didn't help the economy. Bush didn't help it either. Clinton slit the throat of the economy in 1993. On December 28th, I believe it was, when he signed NAFTA and GATT. NAFTA and GATT, he said that would be better for us economically. It would create 200,000 jobs and be better environmentally. Because back then, yeah, it was like everyone was super environmental, more so than now. Or at least when it came to being propagandizing that shit. Now it just became part of the way of life. I mean, it was a new trend that was coming out. That's why you had shows like Captain Planet. Okay. I went off. To go on. NAFTA and GATT, when China stopped being communist and decided that they're going to start trading and be a capitalist nation, the amount of money that you'd have to pay for the labor was quite small. It was looked at as there'd be no profit creating things here in America anymore, so we moved all our jobs to Indonesia, China, other places of that nature. I mean, it used to be we'd move all our jobs and stuff to Japan, but Japan's a small country, you can't move that many jobs there. So we still had a lot of made-in-America items. You know, it was a very tear-jerking moment when my dad decided to show me one of his old pocket knives that said Made in America. And how that pocket knife, that brand, that old pocket knife made here in America, is a lot better built than any of the pocket knives of the same brand in China. Just, you know, makes me kind of sad. There's a numerous amount of things that are destroying the economy. I believe the Federal Reserve System is one of the top things. Corporations having entirely way too much power over politicians, that's another thing. And on a final note, I would like you to leave you with words from Andrew Jackson about central banks like the Federal Reserve. A wonderful quote from Andrew Jackson. Gentlemen, I have had men watching you for a long time, and I am convinced that you have used the funds of the bank to speculate the breadstuffs of the country. When you won, you divided the profits amongst yourselves. When you lost, you charged it to the bank. You tell me that if I take the deposits from the bank and annul its charter, I shall ruin 10,000 families. That may be true, gentlemen, but that is your sin. Should I let you go on, you will ruin 50,000 families. And that would be my sin. You are a den of vipers and thieves. Okay, I have a terrible accent, but still. I hope this got across to somebody. I hope somebody liked this. If you like this video, subscribe. If you dislike this video, dislike it. If you have any comments, criticisms, leave them below. If you have any video requests, private message me. Have a nice day.